My name is Sara. I am 22 years old. I live with my parents in a small, quiet house. Our life is simple. Every day feels the same. Work. Home. Sleep. That evening, I came home feeling very tired. My head was full, and my body felt heavy. I wanted to rest. I wanted to be alone. My mother was in the kitchen. She was cooking dinner. The smell of food filled the house. "Sara," she said gently, "please sit with us for dinner tonight." I nodded, but I did not feel happy. I felt distant. I felt like dinner was just another thing I had to do. I went to my room and changed my clothes. I looked at my phone for a long time. I did not want to talk. I did not want questions. Soon, my mother called again. "Dinner is ready." I went to the table slowly. My father was already there. He smiled at me. My mother placed food on my plate. She looked at me with soft eyes. The table looked normal. The food looked normal. The evening felt ordinary. I did not know then that this dinner was special. To me, it was just a quiet evening. Just food on a table. Just another day. I did not know it would be the last time we would sit together like this. We sat at the table together. My father ate quietly. My mother looked at me again and again, as if she wanted to say something important. "How was your day?" she asked softly. "It was fine," I replied. I kept my eyes on my plate. She smiled a little. "You look tired." "Work was hard." "Yes," I said. "Very hard." I did not ask her anything. I did not look at her face. I just ate my food quickly. I wanted the dinner to end. My mother placed more food on my plate. "You should eat well," she said. "You are too thin." "I'm not hungry," I said, a little louder than I wanted. She became quiet for a moment. Then she asked, "Do you want to go out tomorrow?" "We can." "No," I said quickly. "I have plans." I did not have plans. I just wanted to leave the table. The room felt heavy. The sound of spoons felt loud. My father looked at me, but said nothing. My mother lowered her eyes. She ate slowly. She did not ask any more questions. I felt annoyed, but I did not know why. I felt tired, but I did not know of what. I checked the time on my phone. "I think I will go to my room," I said. My mother nodded quietly. "Okay," she said. "Finish your food." I stood up, feeling restless. I did not see the sadness in her eyes. As I stood up from the table, my mother spoke again. Her voice was soft, almost weak. "Sara," she said, "you don't sit with us much these days. I miss talking to you." I felt something tight in my chest, but I did not stop. I was tired. I was annoyed. I wanted silence. "I am not a child anymore," I said. "I am busy. Please don't ask me so many questions." The words came out harder than I wanted. My mother looked at me. Her face changed, but she did not speak. She slowly put her spoon down. Her hands were still. "I was just asking," she said quietly. I felt bad at once. I knew my words were wrong. I wanted to say sorry. I wanted to say, "I am just tired." But I did not say anything. My pride stopped me. I picked up my phone and walked toward my room. "Good night," I said, without looking back. No one answered. I closed my door and sat on my bed. The house was silent. No voices. No sounds of plates. Nothing. My heart felt heavy. I knew I had hurt her. I told myself, I will say sorry tomorrow. I will talk to her in the morning. But I did not know then that tomorrow would never come. The dinner ended in silence, and my harsh words stayed hanging in the air. Words I could never take back. That night, I lay on my bed and stared at the ceiling. I could not sleep. My mother's face kept coming back to my mind. Her quiet voice. Her sad eyes. I turned to my side and closed my eyes. Then I heard a sound. It was small at first. A soft noise from the other room. I sat up and listened. My heart started to beat faster. "Mom!" I called softly. No answer. I opened my door and walked toward my parents' room. The light was on. My father was standing near the bed. His face looked pale. "Sara," he said, his voice shaking. "Your mother is not feeling well." I saw her lying on the bed. Her eyes were closed. Her breathing was slow. Too slow. Fear rushed into my body. My hands felt cold. "Mom," I said, running to her side. I held her hand. It felt weak. My father called for help. He spoke fast. I did not understand his words. Everything felt unreal. I stood there, holding my mother's hand, shaking. Only a few hours ago, we were sitting at the dinner table. She was talking to me. She was alive. She was smiling. Now, she was not opening her eyes. I felt something break inside me. For the first time that night, I understood something clearly. That dinner was not just a meal. It was a moment I had wasted. And now, fear filled my heart like never before. We went to the hospital that night. The lights were bright. The halls were quiet. I sat on a chair and held my hands together. My heart was beating fast. A doctor came and spoke to my father in a low voice. I watched my father's face change. He looked tired. He looked sad. Later, my father sat beside me. "Sara," he said softly, "your mother has been sick for a long time." I looked at him. "Sick?" I asked. But she never said anything. He nodded. "She did not want to worry you. She did not want to change your life." My chest felt tight. "She knew her time was short," he continued. "She wanted one peaceful evening. One dinner together. She wanted to see you smile." Tears filled my eyes. I remembered the table. The food. Her soft voice. Her eyes looking at me again and again. That dinner was not normal. It was important. She cooked my favorite food. She asked about my day. She wanted to talk to me. And I pushed her away. I felt deep regret. It hurt more than anything I had felt before. "Why didn't she tell me?" I whispered. "She loved you," my father said. "She wanted you to be happy." I closed my eyes and cried. I understood the truth too late. My mother was not asking for my time. She was asking for my love. And I had turned away. My mother did not wake up. She lay on the hospital bed, very still. Machines made soft sounds around her. Her face looked peaceful, but she did not open her eyes. I held her hand tightly. It felt warm, but weak. "Mom," I whispered. "Please wake up." There was no answer. I leaned closer to her. Tears fell from my eyes onto her hand. "I am sorry," I said again and again. "I am so sorry." I told her everything I did not say at the dinner table. I told her I loved her. I told her I was tired, not angry. I told her I needed her. But she did not move. She did not speak. The doctor came quietly. He looked at my father. My father closed his eyes. I understood before anyone spoke. My mother was gone. My legs felt weak. My heart felt empty. I cried loudly. I did not care who heard me. I wanted my mother back. I wanted one more dinner. One more chance. I remembered her face at the table. Her soft voice. Her sad eyes. I remembered my harsh words. They played in my mind again and again. That night, I learned something painful. Some apologies come too late. Some love is realized too late. And some dinners are not just meals. They are goodbye. After my mother's death, the house felt empty. Everything was the same, but nothing felt right. Her chair was still there. Her cup was still on the shelf. But her voice was gone. Every day, I thought about that dinner. I thought about her soft voice. I thought about her eyes looking at me. I thought about the words I did not say. I learned a painful lesson. Love should not wait. Kind words should not wait. Time does not always come again. We think there will be another dinner, another day, another chance. But sometimes, there is not. If you love someone, tell them today. If someone wants to talk, listen. If someone asks for your time, give it. Small moments are not small. They become memories. They become regrets. They become lessons. I speak to you now because I do not want you to feel what I felt. I do not want you to sit one day and wish for one more meal. One more smile. One more chance to say, I love you. I learned this too late. So please remember this. Some dinners are not just meals. They are goodbye. And love, when delayed, can become the deepest regret of all. Have you ever said something you wished you could take back? Share your thoughts in the comments.